You know, I believe it was September's Blu Ray update that I thought I hit the max amount of titles I could pick up in 1 month of 133. But you know what? I did it again. And I never thought I would see the day I would outdo 133. But we did. Guess how much I got in the month of November? $144! The hell's wrong with me? How's it going, everybody? Tommy Star here. Thank you for clicking on this video. And yes, it's almost January, and I'm doing my November Blu-ray update. I don't know what to say, guys. Things are hectic. It's December. It's the holidays. That's my only excuse why I'm so late. So as I had just mentioned, in September, I picked up 133 titles. Don't know how I accumulated that many, but I never believed I would outdo 133. And I did, you guys. 144 titles picked up in the month of November. And to be honest with you guys, I don't know how it happens. It just does, okay? But I can assure you that this month, December, is probably one of my smallest updates I've done in a long, long time. And that's to be expected because, you know, I'm not selfish. I got my son, Jess's kids, my family, and that's where my money went this year. Was to buy them all gifts. So anyways, 144 pickups in the month of November. But to be honest with you, 35 of those titles are actually one box set, one collection. So, you know, I got that collection as a gift. You guys probably know what it is. I'll show you later in this video. But if you don't count that, then we're looking at, you know, 109. So that's why it bumped up so high. But regardless, we got a lot of good stuff in the month of November. And of course, being Christmas time, I did pick up a lot of Christmas titles in the month of November, which I tend to do more in November than December because December I like to watch the movies and I like to get them ahead of time if I'm going to get any Christmas movies. So we will have a Christmas category in this update like I usually do around this time of the year. So lots of Christmas titles. A big chunk of Steelbooks, you guys. Not as many, I think, as my September, but there's still a lot of Steelbooks, like maybe like a dozen or more. We got a good chunk of horror with some Stream Factory, Vestron. We got just a buttload of Disney. You guys know I've been going crazy on Disney these days. So we got a ton more Disney added to the collection. We got a couple of collector sets. We have a TV show and just a plethora of A to Z titles. Yes, if that's the correct word. And then we also got, I think, like one DVD. So, enough said. We're going to go ahead and get into this update. Jess will pop in here and there throughout this update. I think there's a couple titles in each of these categories that Jess picked up for herself. Plus, I will see about having her join me up on the Disney section when we get to that because she loves doing that. So, yes, let's go ahead now and get into the November pickups. I hope you enjoy. All right, the one and only DVD that I picked up, and that is Michael Jackson's Searching for Neverland. You know, it's just pretty much a movie that didn't have a Blu-ray release, so that's why I got it on DVD. I love biopics, and you don't really get many Michael Jackson biopics. I mean, I'm still hoping that they would put together a big, awesome, you know, theatrical release Michael Jackson biopic movie. I don't know if I'll ever do that, but this movie was really good. I was impressed. This more or less focuses on like the last year or two of Michael Jackson's life. You know, of him like kind of hiding from the public, protecting his kids, and getting ready for his last and final show that he didn't get to do. And then just kind of focuses on the two bodyguards that he hired that all become really close with him. But it was a really good movie. The guy that plays Michael Jackson is like basically the world's number one Michael Jackson tribute artist. That is just like the shit. Like he dances, talks, sings, everything, looks just like Michael Jackson. And they could have picked a better person to play the role. And not only does he perform Michael Jackson so well, but he was an amazing actor. I was really surprised. But this is a really good movie. I highly recommend this movie. If you're a fan of Michael Jackson or not, I think you'll like it. Yeah, it was kind of a cool movie, just to get some type of biopic on this guy. But there's a one and only DVD that I got. All right. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and kick things off with A to Z titles. So I'm doing a little bit different. I recently went through all my movies, my shelves, and I separated my slipcovers and non-slipcovers. So I got one shelf of nothing but my Blu-rays with slips, and then one shelf of my Blu-rays without slips. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start with the A to Z non-slipcovers. So the first one I got here in this update is going to be Hotel Transylvania 1 and 2. I knew that this was coming out eventually. So instead of buying them separately, I just went ahead and got the double pack, which wasn't too expensive. Picked this up at Best Buy. I love these movies. I heard they got a third one coming out next year. Looking forward to that. But yeah, these are some great films. The whole Adam Sandler gang getting together, doing an animated, a couple of animated films. Gotta love it. Next up, I picked this up over at Big Lots on Black Friday. Honeymoon in Vegas, a film I haven't seen in a really, really long time. James Caan, Nicolas Cage, Sarah Jessica Parker. This is a good title. I picked it up for a couple bucks. Another movie I picked up at Big Lots, we got Premium Rush with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. A lot of these titles I picked up at Big Lots for like $2 or $3, so I couldn't pass them up. I've seen this before, thought it was a fun movie, so I had to grab that. Another movie I picked up around Black Friday over at Best Buy, Tom Hanks and You've Got Mail. You know me and Tom Hanks. I'm trying to get all Tom Hanks films because he's my all-time favorite actor. I found this in their dump bin. It wasn't necessarily like a Black Friday item, but I just happened to see it when I was in there. But yeah, great movie. I love this movie. Another movie I picked up over at Big Lots on Black Friday for $1.88. The 41-year-old virgin who knocked up Sarah Marshall and felt super bad about it. Yes. I've never seen it before, but for $1.88, what the hell? I'll have some fun with it. I like spoof movies. This should be a good time. Another movie I believe I found at Big Lots, and I was kind of happy to come across this. I remember really liking this movie, and it was an upgrade from DVD, but Little Man with the Wayans brothers. You get Marlon and Sean in here. This movie was okay. It wasn't the greatest, kind of a stupid little slapstick comedy, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was like $2, so. You know me, and I'm always trying to pick up Adam Sandler titles, so I grabbed The Cobbler. I think this was Black Friday? Offhand, no, I can't remember. I don't know. I think it was a Big Lots pickup on Black Friday, or maybe a used place. I can't quite remember. But anyways, this is a title I haven't seen before. I heard it's a little bit different than most of Adam Sandler's work, but I want to get, all Adam Sandler movies on Blu-ray, so looking forward to checking that out. All right, this next one here I'm actually really excited about. This is, I think this is an out-of-print Blu-ray, so it's a little bit more expensive. And it's one of my all-time favorite movies, and I've had it on DVD for a very long time. And I picked this up from that one guy. I can't remember if I told you about him or not, but there's this guy that was selling off like basically his whole collection on Facebook. He's like done collecting movies, and he pretty much got rid of everything. Really super funny Rodney Dangerfield movie, Ladybugs. He gave me a really good deal on this movie. It was a little bit more expensive than most Blu-rays because I think it's out of print, like I said. But this is a great film, you guys. You got the late Jonathan Brandis in here, the kid from the original It movie, who played Bill. I love it. It is a great movie. I've already seen it. Transfer looks pretty good if you guys want to read about it. But he basically is just like gets stuck coaching this girls' soccer team for his job. And it's just funny as hell. Check this movie out. I'm so happy I finally have this on Blu-ray. Another movie I believe I got from that same guy. Again, a movie that I haven't seen in years. I used to remember seeing this on TV, and then I think back in the day I ended up recording this onto VHS. But I haven't seen this in so long, and I remember it being a really cool movie, and that is Miracle Beach. You get Amy Dolenz, Dean Cameron, and you also get Mr. Miyagi in here, Pat Morita. But if you guys want to see what it's about, I mean, it's just like a little romantic comedy type thing about this genie in this bottle, played by Amy Dolenz. But I remember really liking this movie a lot, and I didn't even know it was on Blu-ray up until like a couple months ago, and bought it from that guy for a really good price. So happy to have this movie on Blu-ray. All right, next up here, a movie I picked up over at a pawn shop. I think I got this at Max at Pawn. But just a great comedy, Three Amigos. I remember just loving this movie a lot when I was younger. I haven't seen it in a really long time, but the cast in here, Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, Martin Short. I remember just thinking this movie was hilarious. I picked it up for like $4 over there, so happy to, I have this on Blu-ray. I didn't even have this on DVD, so. All right, next up is another Black Friday pickup from Walmart. These are just so random. I got them all just all over the place. But anyways, this is a movie that is a recent movie that came out, and I wanted to see it, but I didn't want to pay full price for it because I wasn't like super interested in getting it. But a movie called The Assignment. When it came out, I think it was like, it wasn't that much. I think it was like 15, 16 bucks, but then I picked it up on Black Friday for like $5 or $6. This did come with a slip, and unfortunately I couldn't find a copy with a slip, so if you guys got one out there, let me know. Another movie I believe I picked up from that guy off Facebook who was selling off his whole collection, and that is Street Fighter with Van Damme. I didn't like this movie as much as the Mortal Kombat films, but it's still a really cool movie, and I'm really happy to have it on Blu-ray. I wanted it on Blu-ray for a long time. It's a lot of fun. It's, you know, it's not perfect, but I mean, it's a movie you don't take seriously. It's just, you watch it more or less just for the fighting and to see the different characters. Street Fighter. Next up is a movie that I got off of Amazon. First time to Blu-ray. I was so happy when I was on Blu-ray.com a while back and I seen that it was coming to Blu-ray. And it's one of my all-time favorite movies from the 80s with Fred Savage, and that is Vice Versa. Check this movie out. Basically, it's father and son, Judge Reinhold and Fred Savage, end up they're switching bodies, and he becomes the dad, he becomes the son, and it's just crazy fun. Like I said, it's a 80s film. I've been watching this for a really long time, since I was a little kid, and to see that it was coming to Blu-ray, I was like, hell yeah! I went ahead and pre-ordered it, and now I got it. I've already watched it. It looks pretty good. This was released by Mill Creek. And thank you so much, Mill Creek, for putting this on Blu-ray. So
hey everybody,
awesome.
It's Jess. I have a film I wanted to share with you guys that Tommy surprised me with in November. This is Serenity. It's also based off of a very underrated TV show called Firefly. It only ran for like a season or two maybe, but it was amazing, and like I said, completely underrated. You probably heard me talk about this stuff in the groups if you're on Facebook. One of my all-time favorites.
Okay, now we're going to move on to the A to Z titles that have slips. So the first one I'm going to show you is another Black Friday pickup over at Walmart for like $6, and that is the Matrix Trilogy. I'm not like a huge fan of the Matrix movies, but it's, again, the type of movies that I'll buy if they're really cheap. Like, I wasn't going to pay the full price for this because, like I said, I'm not a huge fan. But to get it for like $5 or $6 to get all the movies, yeah. All right, now we're going to get into some slipcover Blu-rays that Walmart released not too long ago. I think like a month ago or so. Well, obviously, because I got them last month. They released a bunch of new Blu-ray titles with these cool new slipcovers that are like, it's like a themed slipcover deal where they're all like this ugly sweater looking thing. Like I think it was more of just like a Christmas thing that they did. Some of them are not as cool as others, but there were a lot of titles in here that I've never been able to find slips for that I don't even think had a slip before, and now they do. So there were a couple of these I'm going to show you that I already had the movie, but I just pulled the slippity just so I can get a slip for it. I'm trying to see which ones they are. Okay, so yeah, okay, so this one here. Like, I already had the movie. This isn't a new pickup or anything, but it's just, I just want to get the slip in that Step Brothers. So as you see, it's like, ugly sweater look, which is kind of cool. And then like the back and the spines are, not anything, different, just normal. And I think I don't think Step Brothers ever had a slip. So this is the first time that we're getting a slip for Step Brothers. So there's that one. And then there's this one that I already had as well, the other guys. Apparently, I found out, though, that this did have a slip. But either way, I got the ugly sweater version of that. And again, here's the back and the spine. So again, these are movies that I've already had, but I just wanted to slip. Now this one I'm really excited for now, and that is Stand By Me. One of my all-time favorite movies ever. And to finally get a slip with it, that's awesome. So these three, I already own these movies, but I just pulled slippities just so I can get slip covers for all of them. So now we'll go ahead and look at the couple that I have here that I didn't even own the movie. So these are brand new title pickups. But again, more with the ugly sweater look. We got Pineapple Express. This one's kind of cool looking. But I never owned this movie. I don't know why. I had it on DVD, but I never owned it. But Pineapple Express. And then another movie I never owned, Talladega Nights. The Ballad of Ricky Bobby, Will Ferrell movie. I remember kind of liking this movie. But this one's cool looking. I like this one. But like, see how the back and the spines, they're not themed with the ugly sweater, just the front. But there's that one. Then I think I got a couple more here. Yeah, I got the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I never owned these on Blu Ray. I had them on DVD, so I was happy to upgrade these to the new slipcovers. So yeah, I mean, they're kind of cool looking. I mean, like I said, the theme is kind of stupid when you think about it. But now I got all these. There were more. I actually do have another one that I picked up in this month, which is more of a Christmas movie. You'll see that in my December update. So that is a total of 8 that I ended up getting. And I think they had about 12. They had like a Stripes, Ghostbusters. I wanted to get them all, but I didn't. I mean, I don't even think they really have much left in the stores anymore, but hey, I got these and I'm happy with them. All right, moving on. Pick up from Target, Date Night. This is like a new cover. I picked this up at Target and I ended up finding the slip at like a used place, so I pulled the slippity. I like this slip though. It's a lenticular. This one's in kind of rough shape, so if I can find another one that's better shape, I'll probably snag it. But this is like a different cover. I've never really seen this cover before, but I found it over at Target for like $5. All right, another Black Friday pickup. I got this over at Best Buy. A movie that I wanted. I own the movie already. I got it on Steelbook, but I really wanted the slipcover edition because the part 1 to this, I have Steelbook and slipcover. So this one I wanted the same slipcover and Steelbook. So instead of buying it for $20, $25 brand new, I waited and got it on Black Friday for like $6. That is John Wick Chapter 2. The John Wick movies are kick-ass. I love them so much. So excited for John Wick Chapter 3 that I think comes out next year. Yes. Another Black Friday pickup over at Target. I was lucky enough to find this with slip, and that is Rough Night. Another movie I was kind of interested in getting on release day, but didn't, and I waited for it to go down in price and got it for like $8 at Target. So this looks kind of fun. I guess it's like kind of like a girl version of Hangover, at least what I've been told by several people. I don't know how true that is, but Rough Night. Another Black Friday pickup from Best Buy. $6, going in style. I remember wanting to get this movie when it first came out, but I didn't want to pay full price for it because, again, it wasn't a movie I was super interested in getting. But Morgan Freeman, Michael Caine, Alan Arkin, apparently they like rob a bank or something. I've been hearing that it's actually a pretty good movie from a lot of different people, if you guys want to read about that. But going in style, looking forward to checking that one out. All right, next up, we got a couple movies that I've been wanting to get for a while, and they just had a part 2 released. So the first one I'm going to show you here is Goon. Sean William Scott. You don't really see much of him anymore these days, so these are pretty much the movies he's been doing lately. And I've never seen them, and I definitely want to check them out. They look like fun, some hockey movies. Liev Schreiber's in here as well. Can't remember if that's how you say his name, but this dude from Scream. But this looks like a good time. I was lucky enough to find this at, I think, Pawn America with a slipcover. So I snagged this for $5, and then I knew that Best Buy had this. This got released about a month or two ago, and that is Goon Last of the Enforcers, the sequel. So again, I've never seen either one of these movies, and I'm definitely looking forward to checking them out, into next year. Yeah, they look like they could be fun. So that's the Goon movies. All right, another newer movie I picked up on release day. I don't think I did a shopping video for it, I was going to wait till Black Friday, but this only came out a week before Black Friday, so I figured it wouldn't go down in price, and it didn't. So I picked this up on release day. A movie I was definitely interested in checking out. It's a biopic, and that is Birth of the Dragon, this biopic on Bruce Lee. And this story centers more around when he had to fight that one guy, Wong Jack, I think is his name. And he challenges Wong to fight or something. So I don't think it's really like a full life story of him. I think it's more based on that portion of his life. But it looks to be like a fun movie. I love martial arts movies, and anything based on Bruce Lee is always good. So looking forward to checking that out. I haven't seen it yet, but like the slip that it comes with. All right, next up is another Black Friday pickup from Big Lots. I think it was like $2. And that is The Watch, a movie that I never got a chance to see. I love the cast in here. A bunch of my favorite actors, but for some reason I never got an opportunity to see this movie. I don't know why. So I picked this up at Big Lots on Black Friday for like $2, and then I found the slip later at a pawn shop. Or actually, no, I think at Half Price Books. So I was fortunate enough to find the slip for it as well. But another Black Friday pickup, a movie that I wanted to get on release day. I've been wanting this for a really long time. It just looks like a cool, fun movie. And I almost paid full price for it so many times, but I held off, and I'm glad I did because I found it on Black Friday for $6 at Walmart with a slipcover. I can't believe I found it with a slip, because these days you don't really find the slips on this anymore. But that is Monster Trucks. And I love the slip. I mean, this whole thing is like embossed. I just love it. But it just looks like a fun movie, if you guys want to read about that. And to get it for $6 with a slipcover, score. All right, another newer movie that came out a few weeks back, I picked up over at Best Buy, and that is a movie called The Show with Josh Duhamel. I think it's Duhamel. I think it's how you say his name. But it sounded like a really interesting movie. If you guys want to read that, if you can read it, what it's about right there. But apparently it's like this reality TV show where people like commit suicide for real. I don't know. It just sounded like really interesting, so I wanted to pick it up. I haven't watched it yet. I mean, a lot of these pickups I haven't seen yet because all month I've been watching Christmas movies like I do, but we'll be checking that out at the first of the year as well. Another fairly new movie came out last month, the Emoji Movie. And yeah, I actually got a chance to watch this with my son. He's seen this in the theaters and had to pick it up for him on Blu Ray, and we've already watched it since I got it. And I thought it was a lot of fun. It was kind of cool. I like the slipcover. I mean, this is embossed, and it's got like some like glitter on it or something. And then you also get a Hotel Transylvania short on here. That's kind of cool. I hadn't watched that yet, but yeah, this was a fun movie. My son liked it a lot. I definitely recommend checking this out. Getting together with your family and watching this good movie. All right, I picked this up over at Half Price Books, I believe, and it came with a slip. Mr. Peabody and Sherman. I like this movie. It was kind of fun. I more or less got this mainly for my son because he loves it. But it was kind of cool. Kind of a fun little movie to watch. But, to get it with a slipcover, that was cool. I didn't pay that much. I think it was actually in their clearance section. I think is mainly why I bought it too. It was like $3 or something. So had to pick that up. We are almost done with these A to Z titles. A title I'm really happy to have picked up. This is a new edition, the 30th anniversary edition, and that is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Great movie. Steve Martin, John Candy. This movie is just so funny. It's classic. You gotta love this movie, and I love this new slipcover that they put on it. And apparently there was another edition of this that got released with like a lenticular slipcover. Apparently I missed out on that. I can't remember when that one came out, but still, I mean, I'm happy with this slipcover. It's great. But, such a great movie, you guys. This movie is, like I said, classic, super funny. I've already watched it. It's amazing. I love it. All right, next up we got a brand new Halle Berry film, Kidnap. This movie was really good. I really liked this movie. I actually got a chance to see it. Every now and then a new movie will come out, and I'll just stop everything I'm doing movie-wise and just watch it. But it was great. I actually seen it twice already now. I watched it once with Jess, and it's got such a suspenseful movie. And being a father myself, it was really hard to watch because like her kid gets kidnapped, and she's got to try to get her kid back. If you guys want to read about that, if you can. But I highly recommend this movie. Okay, and the last and final slipcover before I hand it over to Jess again. She's got one slipcover to show you. And that is another Black Friday pickup, Baby Driver. This is a movie that everybody's been talking about this year, like one of the top hits from the year. And I wasn't like super interested in getting it. I mean, it's usually not really my style of movie, but everybody talks about it's being so good. So I got it on Black Friday. Thank God I didn't pick it up on release day because it was like, $20. I got it for $6, you guys, on Black Friday at Best Buy. And I was lucky enough to find this.
All right, hey, I'm back. So I have a film that we got on Black Friday for $6 whole. It's based off a book I read. It is a Christian book. Just give me a heads up. I am a little bit religious. It's called The Shack. And go figure, Tommy had to have the slip, of course. So it's got the pretty slip on it. This book, or this movie, not only being religious, but it's got a really good cast in it. It's supposed to be really, really aesthetically pleasing, too, because it's about a gentleman who ends up in this world that's kind of built by God. And by the way, God is a female in this movie, which I thought was totally awesome. Women power. But yeah, it's a good movie, good pickup. Definitely worth it for $6 at least, so yay!
All right, so now we're moving on to horror titles. First one I'm going to show you here is the latest release in the Vestron line, and that is Slaughter High. I think I did an unboxing of this, but this was number 12 in the Vestron line. I don't know if you can see that with the plastic on it, but I love Vestron. I got them all. Anytime a new Vestron comes out, I got to grab it. This happens to be one I've never seen before, Slaughter High. But I love the Vestron line. I just think they're just a kick-ass series of movies. And if you guys want to read that, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it with the glare, but they already announced 13 and 14 coming out at the end of January, I believe. We got 2 new Vestron titles coming out, but this is the latest released one, so happy to have that. All right, I got myself an Arrow pickup here that I got from that one guy on Facebook that was selling this whole collection, and finally got this movie. Vestron has number 2, and I was happy to get this, so I got the first one now, and that is Chud. I like these movies. They're crazy movies, but I think they're a lot of fun. And I like that Arrow has one and Vestron has number 2. That's kind of cool. But now I got them both. All right, another Black Friday pickup. I got this over at Target for, I believe, $8. I've heard very mixed reviews on this. I've heard like half talk about this being really good and half talk about it being really bad. But that is It Comes at Night. I remember when this got released, I was kind of itching to pick it up, but I didn't. I'm glad I waited because then, it went from 20 down to 8 or whatever. But I haven't seen it yet. We'll definitely be checking this out very soon, but let me know if you guys have seen this before. If you guys want to read that, if you can. But It Comes at Night. All right, another title I was pretty excited to pick up on release day, and that is Annabelle Creation. I really like these movies. This is part of the Conjuring series. You got the first Conjuring movie, and then that's when they released Annabelle, and then the Conjuring 2, and then now Annabelle Creation. And if I got it right, if you go the actual order chronologically, I believe it goes Annabelle Creation, and then Annabelle, and then the Conjuring, and the Conjuring 2. I think that's how it goes in the correct chronological order. So this is a prequel to the prequel. But I haven't seen it yet, you guys. I've seen all the other Conjuring movies, but I haven't seen this one yet. And I've been told by a lot of people that this is a lot better than the first Annabelle movie. So we'll see. All right, so I got this over at Max at Pawn, and that is the 4-pack of the Hellraiser films. I talked about this before many times. It just annoys the shit out of me. You can find many sets of 1, 2, and 3, and then when you start getting the other ones, they get scrambled. It's really weird. Like, okay, so this 4-pack you get. This is part 4, part 5, part 6, part 8. Where's part 7, which is deader? I don't know. I don't know why this set skipped over number 7. But it does, and it pisses me off. And then if you try to get the Blu Ray for deader, it's out of print. It's like over $100. So it pisses me off. So eventually I'll get that just to complete the collection. Then there's one other, part 9, the only one Doug Bradley's not in, Revelations. I'll get them just to complete the collection. I've said it 1,000 times. I wish they would somehow be able to create a 1 through 9 box set of all of them, but I don't think they can. I think their own different rights to different companies, if I remember hearing right. But next up, from the Walmart dump bin, Dreamcatcher. This is a cool movie. I really like the cast. This is based on a Stephen King book. So can't go wrong with Stephen King. But I mean, just look at that cast, you guys. Look at everybody that's in there: Donnie Wahlberg, Tom Jane, Scott Lee, Morgan Freeman. It's just, I don't know. I really liked this movie. I haven't seen it in a really long time, but anytime I skim through the dump bin, if I come across something worth it, I mean, it's $7. You can't go wrong. All right, this next one I was so happy to find. Found this out in the wild at Pawn America. It's just one of those gems for me. You know, every now and then you're looking through used movies and you find a movie that you're just, oh my God, you've been looking for forever, and you grab it. And that is Fallen. This is a really good Denzel Washington movie. It's got John Goodman in here, and then it also has Elias Cotees. Really, really good movie. It's kind of a thriller, horror / type movie, based on, like, you know, it's like biblical. It's got, like, you know, like, it deals with demons and angels and things like that. But I really highly recommend this movie, you guys. I mean, Denzel Washington is great in everything he does, but to see him in kind of a thriller, horror type movie, I love it. I highly recommend this movie. Check this out, you guys. I'm so happy I found this on Blu Ray. It was really cheap, like $4. All right, the last horror title I'm going to show you before I show off a couple of Scream Factories is George Romero's Night of the Living Dead, the original. This is the 50th anniversary edition. I'm trying to get all these movies. I was never a big zombie, you know, dead movie type fan, but ever since I picked up the Scream Factory ones, like, you know, Day of the Dead, I decided, you know, I really like the Day of the Dead. I'm going to start trying to get all these now, and that is, yeah, I mean, it all started with this one. This is the original, so this is a really cool. I like the cover of this, and I found it at Walmart's dump bin for, you know, $7.88. So. All right, now we got some Scream Factories here. So the first one I'm going to show you is a non-collector's edition, double feature that I've been trying to get from Scream Factory for a while. And I, again, believe I picked this up from that guy off the Facebook group. And that is the Troll double feature. These are, you know, I think Troll 2 is considered the worst, best movie ever in the world. And has nothing to do with Troll 1. But they're just really cheesy, stupid movies, but I what can I say? I love them, and I'm so happy to have Scream Factory's double feature of them both. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and show the 2 collector edition releases that came out in, I got them in November. Can't remember if it was like the end of October. Actually, yeah, I think it was the end of October, but I didn't get them until the beginning of November. But that is the brand new collector's editions of Land of the Dead and Dawn of the Dead. I love the artwork. As you can see, they're kind of themed together. They both got released on the same day. And I like how the artwork kind of matches each other with that green tint. But I love these releases. The artwork is phenomenal. I get so excited when a new Scream Factory Collector Edition comes out. There's already been 2 more since these that you'll see in my December update. Yeah, I love these, you guys. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get into collector sets now. I got 2 of them, and the first one I'm going to show you, and this is why, again, like I was saying earlier, why my update is so high of 144, because 35 titles are in this one box set. I've already shown a separate video specifically unboxing this whole thing, showing the inside, you know, everything. I'll go ahead and link that video down in the description box if you guys want to go take a look at that. I go, you know, completely in depth on the inside, so I'm not going to do that in this video because it'll take too long. But that is the brand new DC Universe 10th anniversary collection. This is just an amazing collection, you guys. You get all 30 of the DC Universe animated films up until the most recent one, which is Batman and Harley Quinn. And then you get 5 shorts. So 35 different, movies, animated films in this collection, and it is gorgeous. So like I said, if you want to see the inside and what it looks like and all the movies that come in it, go ahead and click on that link down below to that video, and you guys can see the whole thing on the inside. So, and then the other collection I got, I did an unboxing of this, and I kind of opened it up a little bit, but I'll do it a little bit better this time. I picked this off of somebody in the Facebook, one of those Facebook groups. So happy to finally own this, and that is the Arrow Collection Scarlet Box of Hellraiser 1 through 3. Beautiful set, you guys. This set is just absolutely gorgeous, and like I said, it was released by Arrow. And we'll go ahead and just take a quick peek. This just comes off, the cover just comes off like that, and then all the goodies are right inside here. I'll go ahead and pull it all out and show you guys. I think all movies have their own individual like little cases, but there's that. I believe this is part 1, yeah. So it's got the 1 on the back, and then there's the movie. Showing you this really quick here. Here's part 2. And then there's the inside. Just a gorgeous set. I like how they put all the discs in their own individual little cases. But here's part 3. Just such a beautiful set. And then this next one here is going to, I think, a couple, like a bonus disc or something. This is the Clive Barker Legacy. And then we get this thing here, which I think you just get a couple goodies in it. Pull these out. Yeah, you get some like postcards. You guys can see that here. There's that one. Really, really awesome set. I've wanted this for so long. Okay, and then you get this little booklet here. It's like, it just looks like it's a bunch of like art in here. Almost like a little graphic novel or something. But that's cool there. And then in here we also get, yes, we get a poster. I believe it's reversible. Yeah, so there's that picture, which is awesome. And then we get that one. So, just fantastic set. Then what else do we have here? Oh, and then of course, like Arrow usually does, big, thick, hardcover book. I mean, this thing is huge, you guys, and it's like really heavy. But got it backwards. Here's the front of it. I don't know if I showed you that. But again, we're just gonna get a bunch of production notes. Having trouble doing this backwards. But you know how that works. You know, they just production notes and everything about the movies. So just, a beautiful set, you guys, that I've wanted for so long, and I'm so happy to finally own this thing. So, all right, now we're going to run through all my Steelbooks. I have, I think, 15 of them here, so it's going to take a while. I'm not really going to talk a lot about them. I'm just going to run through so you guys can see the artwork, inside, back, front, and all that kind of stuff. So let's just get into it. First couple I'm going to show you here are going to be DC. Picked up Batman Returns. There's the front. There's the back. Spine. We got no inside artwork. And this one is a matte finish. All right, the next couple ones I'm going to show you here. I already own the Steelbooks of these movies, but these are brand new artworks that just got released to Best Buy. And I loved them. I had to pick them up, and that is the first one, Man of Steel. There's the front. There's the back. I just love the animated look of these. There's the spine. I already took the discs out because there's really nothing on the discs, but we do have some inside artwork. And this one does have a gloss finish. Next up, we got Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. Love this one. I just love all these. They're just so badass. There's the spine. Took the discs out already. We do have some inside artwork. Check that out. I love it how the outside is like animated, and then the inside is, more, real looking. And all of these are glossy, so there's that one. All right, and then last is Suicide Squad. This one is just badass. This is definitely like my favorite colors. There's all of them on the back there. There's the spine and then inside artwork. Unfortunately, and this is glossy too. Unfortunately, they didn't release a Wonder Woman because they had, I think, just released Wonder Woman on Steelbook, that 4K Steelbook I picked up. But this particular series, or whatever you want to call it, they didn't release Wonder Woman, unfortunately, but I had to get all these. Loved them. And the last DC one I got, I think I picked this up at Best Buy on Black Friday, and that is the first original Batman movie. I got that Batman Returns one, and this kind of goes with it. All 4 of these movies in this series kind of have these matching steelbooks, so I still got to get Forever and Batman and Robin. Eventually I'll get those. But there's the front, there's the back, the spine, and nothing on the inside, but we do have this disc art, which is pretty badass. And this is, like the other one, a matte finish as well. All right, I did pick up one Marvel Steelbook, and that is X-Men Apocalypse. I don't have any of the X-Men Steelbooks other than Deadpool, but I've been wanting to get them all for a long time. And I picked this up on Black Friday because it went really cheap in price. I think I paid $6 for this, so I had to jump on it. But love this Steelbook. There's the back, the spine, and we do have some disc art a little bit here, but then the inside is pretty much all that. And this is a matte finish, so definitely going to be getting all the X-Men Steelbooks eventually. So, all right, now we're going to go ahead and look at a couple of horror Steelbooks that I picked up. First one I got here is Misery. I did an unboxing of this one, but I love this Steelbook. There's the front. Awesome picture on the back. It's the spine. I already took the disc out. We do have a nice picture on the inside. Awesome Steelbook, and we do have a matte finish on this one. Next up is a Steelbook I've been after for a really long time. And I'll go ahead and show you this real quick. And that is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is definitely my favorite looking one out of... There's a few different Steelbooks I think that they have for this movie, but this is the original 1974. There's the back, spine. Just love the artwork. And then here's the inside. We do have some artwork on the discs that kind of match the front. Take these out real quick. And there's the inside. Classic scene where he's chasing Sally. And this one does have a matte finish. And then the last horror one I'm going to show you here, one I was so happy that got a release. Arrow just recently released this, and when I seen it was coming out, I pre-ordered it immediately. And that is Hellraiser. Look at this Steelbook. Did an unboxing of this as well. I like how they have the title on the back with the chains. That's awesome. There's the spine, but like I said, this was released by Arrow. The inside, you've got a couple things in here. Artwork on the disc matches the outside. We do have, I believe, a poster here, but here's the inside look of that. You guys can see, I know it's kind of hard to see there, the glare and everything, but it's kind of like got that green tint like the front. And I think this is a poster. Pretty awesome. So we get like an original style looking poster, and then this new looking one. Badass. All right, now we're just going to run through just regular A to Z titles. The first one I'm going to show you here is The Hangover, the very first one. I love this Steelbook. Found this cheap at a pawn shop, so I had to grab it. Definitely the best in the series, and then we got nothing on the inside. And this one is a matte finish. Oh, and I always forget to tell you guys, I think the Hellraiser one, that was a matte finish as well. So, all right, next up is a Steelbook I found off of eBay. And this one actually came in like a sleeve, but I took it out of the sleeve so I could put it in one of those protective cases. And that is Commando, like my all-time favorite Schwarzenegger movie. I love this Steelbook. There's the front, there's the back, spine, and then we do have some disc art. There's that. And then some art on the inside. And this one is a gloss finish, but love this Steelbook, you guys. Just so badass. Next up, I picked this up over at Best Buy. This is another one of those Best Buy Project Pop Art Steelbooks, and that is The Equalizer with Denzel Washington. Look at that artwork on this one. I love it. Here's the back. So cool looking. Here's the spine, and then nothing on the inside, but we do have inside artwork that Project Pop Art does. Next up is another Best Buy pickup, one of those Real Hero Steelbooks, and that is the very first Fast and the Furious movie. Had to pick this one up, trying to get all these Real Hero ones. But there's the front, there's the back, spine, and then nothing on the inside, but it does come with a DVD. I'm so bad at this. I think Equalizer and Fast and Furious are both, yeah, they're both matte finishes. Anyways, okay. Inception. Matte finish. This is just a trippy looking steelbook. I just love the look of this. Another Best Buy pickup. I think this was Black Friday, to be honest. And then nothing on the inside, but we do have disc art. All right, so last up is definitely probably my favorite out of all the recent steelbook pickups. One I've been after for a very, very long time, and that is The Goonies. Love this steelbook, you guys. This is definitely my favorite. It's got a gloss finish on it. The lettering is embossed on here. And this is definitely my favorite look. There's like one other different looking one that has more of the artwork on the inside of this. I'll show you. But I like this original, poster, this original theatrical poster look of all of them hanging. I love that. There's the back, spine, and then this is definitely one of those international releases. So they did put some disc art on there. And then here's the inside. Sweet picture, and this is, like I said, what the other steelbook looked like. And this is that box set that I have up there. That's what that looks like too, but I just had to get the steelbook that had that art on it. I just love it. So there you go. There's all my steelbooks. Whew, moving on. All right, everybody. Well, we got Jess joining us again to run through the last two categories. But before we do that, there is one TV show really quick that Jess wants to show you. Go ahead.
So Tommy surprised me with the box set to Firefly.
Weren't you just talking about this?
I was.
Serenity is based off of that?
Yes. The movie Serenity is based off this. It is one of the most underrated sci-fi fantasy TV shows ever. It only ran for like a season or two. But the box set is gorgeous. This is My Shiny. You'll get that if you know the TV show.
You had this on DVD.
I had it on DVD, yes. And then Tommy, of course, being all
I think this is
Blu Ray.
new to Blu Ray. I think this came out when we picked this up just recently.
So here we go. Yeah, it shows you the air dates and everything. So this is from like 2002 was when the TV show was big and famous. Look, stay shiny. My shiny. So it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous set. I love it.
It's just a poster?
Yeah, it's like the galaxy.
Oh, look, you got a big poster thing.
I haven't really looked at it much. But...
Whoa, look at that.
Yay, shiny. So they have like these cards too that have like the names of the characters and like their famous words. So this is like the captain of it, and like, I swear by my pretty floral bonnet, I will end you. Like, just fun stuff. My favorite, of course, would be Kaylee. And Kaylee's no power in the verse can stop me. She's just like the sweet, total awesome mechanical engineer who knows everything, and she's my shiny in the TV show. But there's like tons of like cool cards, and it gives you like little hints on them.
Find a crew, find a job, keep flying.
You got it.
What does that mean?
Don't you understand?
Oh, that's what it says here.
You need to watch this with me.
All right, so now we're going to go ahead and get into the Disney titles. I got a nice little stack here. I'm really getting down to the end with my Disney movies. I got almost every one of them.
Goodness.
I got a few more pickups for December. You guys will see next month, but let's go ahead and get into it. First one I'm going to show you here is the Digibook I picked up over at Target for Cars 3. I was really debating on what edition to get of this. I knew I didn't want to get a steelbook because I don't collect Disney steelbooks, but I had the box set of 1, 2, and Cars Tunes, and I really want the slipcover editions of them now. So I think I'm gonna end up getting another copy of this with the slipcover. But this is a really cool Digibook. Target just always nails it out of the park with their Digibooks. Have you watched this movie yet?
No.
Yeah, you got to see this movie. But you get like a little storybook in here of the movie. Cars 3 was really good. I saw it in the theater in my last video you guys seen of going to the theater. It was one of my top 10 picks. But I love how they go back to like the way part 1 was, that storyline. And it was a lot of fun. So Cars 3. Next up is from the Disney Signature Collection. We all know that Disney's been re-releasing their movies on a different collection called Signature. And they're releasing Digibooks and slipcover editions. And this is the last one I needed. Right now they're at 5. And this is the last one I needed. This was the first one.
I was very excited about this one.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Now, this being the first one released in the Signature Collection, if you try to search the Digibook on eBay, it's anywhere from $100 to $200 for this damn thing. And I was very patient and waited. When this first came out, I picked up the slipcover edition, not knowing that Target had Digibooks. And ever since then, I've bought all the Digibooks. So I had to get the Digibook of this just to complete the collection. And I finally, the patience paid off, and I found one for, I think, $40.
It was amazing. Like, whew. Like, bless that person's heart for selling it for
I know,
that
right?
price.
And I was so weirded out when I got this. See, it comes with a storybook. I was so weirded out by this because it doesn't have anything on the spine like the other ones do, and it doesn't have the Signature Collection logo on here.
Well, this is because it was before they decided to make it.
I guess, yeah. But anyways, I got all 5 of them now, so I'm very happy with that. Now we're going to get into just all the slipcover editions. So I can't remember where I got all these. It was either eBay, half-price books, or that one seller I told you about that sold a lot of his collection off Facebook. I got a few from him as well. But anyways, first one here is The Great Mouse Detective. Majority of these slipcovers are in close to mint condition, if not perfect. I've never seen this one. Have you ever seen The Great Mouse Detective?
When I was a kid.
Next up is the follow-up to Peter Pan.
Love this one.
Return to Neverland.
So cute.
Awesome slipcover.
It is a pretty slipcover.
Next up is 101 Dalmatians 2, Patch's London Adventure. Had to get the sequel to that. I want to get the live-action movies, but I don't think they're on Blu Ray. I think they're only on DVD.
The one with Glenn Close?
Yeah.
I want that one.
Next here is the Lilo and Stitch films, 1 and 2. I think I got that from that one seller off Facebook. Slipcover is in pretty good shape. A few little dings here and there, but had to get Lilo and Stitch. Happy to finally have this with slipcover. Next up is Mickle. Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, the Three Musketeers. I saw this when I was really young. I don't remember much about it, but quit focusing on the dog. You have work to do here.
I'm trying to get him up into the video. There we go. That's my boy.
Hi.
You good boy.
This next one here was really difficult to find. This is a rare one, especially the slip, and that is the Little Mermaid sequels. Ariel's Beginning and then Little Mermaid 2 Return to the Sea. Is Ariel's Beginning a prequel?
Uh-huh. It's about her mom. It's
I've
got
never
her mom in it.
seen any of these.
She looks just like her mom.
Slipcover is
Spoiler,
mint.
Sorry.
Hey, did you get permission to be in the video?
I gave him permission. Look how happy he is right now. He looks like Snoopy when he smiles.
Next up are the Aladdin sequels. This is another tough one to find with a slipcover. Aladdin, King of Thieves, and Return of Jafar. I never did see the Aladdin sequels. I love Aladdin, but I never saw the sequels. Have you?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
My childhood is in your hands, dude. Do you forget how much younger I am?
I think everybody's childhood is in our hands right now with all these Disney titles.
All right, so next up is one of the most gorgeous slipcovers I've ever seen. Fantasia 2000. Look at that. Just
Fantasia 2000? That's it?
Well, it's Fantasia and Fantasia 2000. So, this is amazing. Just, I used to be terrified by, like, the demon dude, but...
And for some reason, like you guys know, it pisses me off. It's a thick slip, and I don't know why, but what can you do?
I don't even care. When I was a kid, I always wanted to be Esmeralda from Hunchback of Notre Dame 1 and 2. Look at this.
Okay, I have to ask. Is it the Hunchback of Notre Dame? Or is it the Hunchback of Notre Dame? I've heard so many different ways.
I think if you go to Europe, it's Notre Dame, but in Minnesota, we say Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
1 and 2?
Tell us what you think in the comments.
1 and part 2.
Yes, it is. All right, so now we have Aristocats, which is one of my favorites as well. From
Another hard
kids.
slip to find.
And look at it, it's all pretty with the like rainbow. If you haven't noticed, I'm attracted to rainbowy, shiny things.
All Disney slips are fucking gorgeous.
Most of the time. But yeah, this is really pretty. And good movie. Thumbs up. All right, now we have Doody-Doo. We got Jungle Book 2.
I've never seen it.
Are you kidding me?
I've seen the original, but never seen the sequel.
I'm just going to cry.
Another hard... Well, no, never. This is a hard one to find. I had no trouble finding that
Somebody
one.
tell him how wrong he is to not see.
I'll see it.
He's old.
Calm down.
He's old. We just have to forgive him for his age. All right, I was excited for this. My daughter had these on DVD.
This is another hard one to find with the slip.
And I agree. I was
Very
really
hard.
mad when he sold the DVDs before he got the Blu-rays. Cinderella 2 and 3. So these are the sequels. One is a twist in time. One's a dream come true. So
Are they sequels or are one of them prequels?
they're sequels, but the twist in time kind of like backtracks, and it's like if it hadn't happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Sweet.
this evil stepmother gets the wand. And then dreams do come true is when Cinderella helps. I think if I'm right, I don't know. I'm trying to read it, but I'm not going to be able to read it fast enough. I think it's when she helps one of her stepsisters, the one with the red hair, find her love, her like soulmate.
Oh, so they settle their issues and become friends.
Those two do. The one with the dark hair
Her
is still kind of.
Her sisters were nothing but bitches.
All right, so this one, which we had on Blu-ray, but Tommy didn't like.
No, it was because you had the Blu-ray 3D one, which
Yep.
would have been fine, but all it had in it was the Blu-ray 3D. So your kids lost the regular Blu-ray, so we had no way of watching it.
No. We gave the regular Blu-ray to your mom and dad.
Oh, because you kept the DVD
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah, I used to give the Blu-rays away in my cases because I didn't have a Blu-ray player. And his mom used to babysit my kids all the time, so it was just easier to give them movies. So Bolt. Yeah, buddy. It's cute. It's
John
fluffy.
Travolta.
Yeah, John Travolta and Miley Cyrus.
I don't know why I said it with an accent.
Right, just went rushing on you guys. But yeah, Miley Cyrus is in it too, so she's good.
All right, this one. Next up is Tinkerbell and the Legend of the Never Beast.
I love how he had to save this for himself to talk about.
Well, because I had something to say about it. So you guys know I've been trying to get all these. There's 6 total. I finally do have them all now, but I think there's 2 or 3 that you'll see in my December update.
Can we have a Tinkerbell-thon with Sadie and like YouTube it?
Yeah, it'd be great. I'm gonna have a Tinkerbell marathon. Her daughter loves the Tinkerbell movies, but
I'll put wings on them and everything. It'll be great.
so I mean it's
pretty.
It's obviously associated to Peter Pan, right? It's just like a spin-off.
You don't see Peter Pan in
Well,
it.
I know that, but it's
it's
it's Tinkerbell from Peter Pan, right?
Yeah,
And she
yeah.
goes on her own adventures.
But she has her own world and everything, her own friends. It's pretty legitly awesome.
I only buy them because I buy everything Disney. So,
He buys everything, period.
all right, now we're gonna end the Disney with a couple of live actions. Finally got my hands on BFG, Big Fucking Giant.
That's not what it really stands for, though. Is
I
it
know,
Big
I
Friendly
always
Giant?
say that. Yeah, obviously it's not Big Fucking Giant.
No, that'd be awesome if Disney had named it that.
I haven't seen this
think it's
yet, but I
everybody calls
really want to see this movie. It looks like it'll be a lot of fun.
I kind of watched part of it, and I'm not gonna lie, I was bored. Like I think,
Really?
I got like 20 to 30 minutes into it. I was like,
I guess Big Fucking Giant sucks then.
I don't know. I mean, it's supposed to be good. I just didn't get into it.
Okay, so next up here's a movie I found at a pawn shop.
How do
I
you
didn't
say
really
that?
I didn't really know much about this movie. Like I have a list of Disney movies that I try to
How do you say it?
get when I see them, and this one wasn't on the list. Apparently, it slipped through the cracks with me. But this is Secretariat.
Are you
It's-
sure you're saying that
Yeah,
right?
Secretariat. It's based off of this famous horse or whatever. But I've never seen this movie, but it's got Diane Lane and John Malkovich in it. But it was Disney and it had a slipcover, so I
The very last one is supercalifragilisticexpialidociously amazing. It is Mary Poppins 50th anniversary edition slipped. I have been begging Tommy for this movie.
Did you say
ever.
slipped? That was awesome. I'm so gonna use that term. Look at this movie. I got it and it slipped. That is so cool. You just officially came up with a new terminology for us weird ass collectors.
Yeah, buddy.
This is slipped.
This is slipped. And everybody should know this movie. If you don't, please get out of the rock that
Mary
you've
Poppins.
been. This is just such a pretty. I love that it's got that mirror effect to it. It's just
Oh hell yeah.
shiny.
Told you Disney, they know how to nail it.
They do. Is it
All right.
embossed too? It is. Isn't
Is it? Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
kinda is embossed.
Mary Poppins is embossed. It's pretty.
Well, that is it for
We
Disney
did it.
titles. We have one final category left to do. And of course, since we are 3 days away from the big day, on to Christmas. All right, so now on to the final category, all the Christmas pickups for the month of November. So the first thing I'm gonna start out with here, I was sitting at home on the couch one night, and I got a text from my buddy Craig, and he says, "Dude, get to Target." And he showed me a picture that Target, out of the blue, I didn't even know they were coming. Target got brand new lenticular slipcovers on 6 I think 6. Yeah, there was 6 of them total.
Pretty sure he
6
squealed like a
Christmas
girl.
movies with brand new lenticular slips, and a few of them had never even had slipcovers before. So the first 4 I'm going to show you are not, again, like I showed you with the ugly sweater slipcovers. These 4 are movies I already had, but I just went and pulled slippities. So these aren't new pickups, just the slipcovers are new, but I'm just going to run through. And all these come with exclusive postcards too.
Aww.
But with the movies that I pulled slippities on, obviously I don't have the postcards because I didn't take the movie again. But How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Lenticular,
Now that I know what lenticular is, I've been calling other things lenticular.
A Charlie Brown Christmas. This never had a slipcover before, and now it does. Love it. And I don't think the backs are really any different. This one never had a slipcover before, Christmas Vacation. Oh, I was so happy when I seen these. I flew to Target. I had to go to like 3 different Targets to get them all, but... And then this one I was most excited for. Never had a slipcover before.
It's
And
pretty.
not only did we get a slipcover, but we get a lenticular slip. A Christmas Story. I was so happy. Look at that, you guys.
Dude, he loves this movie so
Oh, it's
much.
the best. It's the best Christmas movie in
I
the
can
world.
tolerate watching this one repeatedly over watching Home Alone repeatedly.
Oh, Home Alone's number 1. So these are the 4 movies I already had that I pulled slippities on. And now I'm going to show you the last 2 out of the 6 that I didn't actually have these movies. I have one of these on Steelbook, and that's Elf. I had the Steelbook of this, but I never had the slipcover edition. So I had to pick the movie up. So I actually got the postcards with this.
I want to
But
watch that.
Elf,
What's it rated?
Elf is rated PG.
I'm totally watching that with the kids tonight.
I've never seen Ralph.
Ralph.
I was thinking of Christmas Story. I've never seen Elf before, but
I'm gonna watch that
check
tonight
it
or
out.
tomorrow with the kids, depending on how much we're gonna get.
And then this movie I never had. I had it on DVD. I almost bought the Steelbook at Best Buy a couple times,
I'm
but
a
I
little
didn't.
surprised you never bought the Steelbook because weren't
I
you
know.
and Dallas big on this? One year
Yeah.
you guys went on the trip.
We actually went up north to Duluth, where they actually had this. But that
Duluth,
is the Polar
Minnesota.
Express, the last lenticular one. And we actually got to ride the Polar Express up in Duluth. It was a lot of fun.
I was jealous
It
of
was a
that
whole
one.
tour thing that they did. It was a lot of fun. But Polar Express with Tom Hanks, gotta love this movie. So yeah, there's all the lenticular slips that Target got in, and I managed to get all 6 of them. So I
He
was so
totally
happy about
giggitied
that.
all over these.
Like a little bitch. All right, moving on. A movie that recently came out a few weeks back. Picked this up at Best Buy, Mother Krampus. I still have yet to get through the original Krampus movie. Well, there's a lot of Krampus movies that they've made that I don't know which ones are connected to what. But the good Krampus movie that was in the theater and everything, I have that one. I've watched part of it, but I haven't finished it yet.
Can we have a Krampus?
But
on?
I just seen this. Most of the Krampus movies that come out, you don't really get Blu Ray releases of them. But I found this one. It was brand new a few weeks back, Mother Krampus. So I'm looking forward to checking that out when I finish the original Krampus movie.
So I watched this with my kids the other night, and it's super cute. Arthur Christmas, and of course it's slipped. Ooh.
I picked that up Black Friday at Big Lots with the slipcover for $5.
Yeah, that was a good. And it's like fun. It's like embossed, so the snow you can feel it, and it's just really pretty.
I caught part of that movie. I
and
didn't
it's-
really see the whole thing.
It's good. It's basically about Santa's dorky little kid, and he's not the one who's meant to be Santa. The older
Really?
one is. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like a cool story.
It's actually really, really cute, and it's he believes in the spirit of Christmas, and he brings it back, which is like, yeah. So you know me and my classics. I had to get this. It is a slip. I like this slip too. It's like the
Side slip. Is that the original one?
This is the original.
Because last year
American
we got
34th Street.
the remake that has that chick from Mrs. Doubtfire in it.
Mrs. Duff. Oh yeah,
Myra
Matilda.
Wilson.
Matilda.
Yeah, Myra Wilson.
This is the original, and it's beautiful. I love how they digitalized it. They colored it. It's fantastic.
Well, it was originally in black and white.
I think it was.
Really?
I remember watching it in black and white as a kid.
You know what one we haven't got this year yet that I can't believe that you haven't picked up is It's a Wonderful Life. Why haven't we got that yet?
Because I never got into it. It was
Really?
kind of boring to me as a kid, which is funny because Tommy
All
thinks
these
these
movies
are
are
all
boring.
boring.
Is this the one you put in the other day that I was kind of forced to watch, or was it that one?
This one. I forced Tommy to watch this because Danny Kaye, I've always had a crush on him.
I was bored
He's
to
like
I tried.
comedian.
I always talk shit about Jess's movies. I actually tried to watch this movie and I couldn't stay awake. It was just so damn
White
boring.
Christmas. It's just, it makes me warm and fuzzy inside. I grew up with...
Hey, I am not going to talk shit. I mean, they're classic Christmas movies. That's where they all started. So
My grandparents...
if you want to be boring, that's fine.
My grandfather would be like 110. My grandma would be close to 100 at this point. So I grew up on these really old classics, and they make me happy. So.
Check this out. We found this, I think, a day before we got this at Half Price Books. This was $15 without a slip, used, and it looked like shit.
Yeah.
And we almost bought it. Then we go over to Best Buy the next day, brand new, with a slip for what? 10?
Yeah, it was cheap, and that's why I was like, oh my god, please, please, please. So I haven't watched this one yet, but this is also going to be played this weekend. This is Holiday Inn, another Christmas classic.
With a slip?
Oh yeah, and it slipped. And
it slipped. I forgot I started saying that.
I don't quite remember what it's been about because it's been so long since I watched it, but I love Fred Astaire and Bing Cosby. They're just, oh my god, just heartthrobs of forever ago. You wouldn't have the movies you have now without these guys.
It's true.
This is very true. Gotta respect the classics.
What?
You put your armor on me.
Anyway, I tried buying this last year. I don't know why I didn't, but I finally got the Santa Claus Trilogy on Blu Ray. I waited forever to order this, and it was so funny. Like, you could always find the DVD set at Best Buy, but you could never find the Blu Ray set. And finally, I gave in, and I said, fuck it, I got to order it for this Christmas. So I went on eBay, and I found this really, really cheap. Well, I shouldn't really say really, really cheap. I found it like $1 cheaper than what they sell for anywhere else. But anyway, so got this off eBay, and then the day I ordered it, I walk in Best Buy, and there it is on the shelf for $29.99. So, I mean, I could have just picked it up, but so I had to wait for it in the mail. But anyway, I've already watched all 3 on Blu-ray. The transfer looks really good.
It does.
I love these movies. A lot of people talk shit about the sequels, and they say the original is awesome, which I agree. It's definitely the best. But I love the sequels. They're fun. Especially, like, Part 2, I think, is really, really good. And Part 3, the one that people like the least, I thought the reason why I like it a lot is because, one, Martin Short is awesome and super funny as Jack Frost. And I like the storyline of the movie, how like they go back in time and you go back to the first movie. I like it when trilogies do that.
the bloopers.
Oh yeah, that was funny. But Santa Claus films, they're great. I love them. Watch them every year. All right, next up is a movie I picked up on Black Friday. I was happy to.
You switched it on me.
I found the alternate slip, and that's Office Christmas Party. This is the unrated slipcover edition. Because if you look underneath it, this is what the original slipcover looked like. And then they released this alternate slipcover, and I was happy to have found that one.
Is it?
But I love Jason Bateman, and I love Christmas comedies, and this is both.
I haven't watched it yet.
So, I mean, this will be watched very soon, if not tonight or tomorrow or something. But I definitely am going to watch this soon, and I'm excited to. But yeah, $6 on Black Friday.
Can't beat it.
All right, 143 titles later, and we get to 144. We have come to the end. A movie I've owned on Blu Ray Steelbooks since I think I got it last year or the year before. And they came out with this brand new slipcover edition. I love the slipcover. It's got that really soft feel to it. So I had to pick this up. One of my all-time favorite Christmas movies. And that is, of course, Bill Murray's Scrooged. Like I said, it's got that real soft feel to it. The lettering is embossed. The hand appears embossed. A lot of stuff is embossed. But this is just a great, super funny Christmas comedy. Craig and I were talking on the phone the other day, and he has never seen this.
Are you
I
serious?
was blown away when he told me that. I'm like, dude, go to Best Buy, blind buy the slipcover edition, and I guarantee you will love it. I have yet to ask him since that day if he actually bought it and seen it yet. So, yeah, Craig, if you haven't seen it by now, what the hell is wrong with you? But
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're biased because we're Minnesotan, and we love him because he owns one of our baseball teams, but he's legit.
But
He's legit.
so yeah, there you go, Scrooged. Bam. All right, everybody, that'll wrap it up for my November Blu-ray update. Again, busy month being September, so that's why it took so long to get to it. And being such a big update, I need to really put a lot of time aside to do it. But I hope you enjoyed it. All the titles I picked up, like I told you, my December Blu-ray update is currently sitting at around 30-some titles right now.
Which I am proud of him for. I'm sorry, guys.
Like I said, I wasn't going to be selfish. It's Christmas time, and I'm not going to, I saved money for the kids for Christmas and everything.
And you never know, he might finally have some coming for a present because he actually behaved himself.
Yeah, I tried to hold off a little bit.
It's hard to buy him things because all he wants is Blu-rays, but he turns around and buys them before anybody gets a chance.
You know, it's a sickness, honey, with medication and doctors and everything. But anyways, okay, everybody. So that'll wrap it up. We are completely done with one of my biggest Blu-ray update ever. But like I said, my December one will be very little.
Do
so
not
we'll be able to get
jinx
through
it.
that very quick.
Every time you
there's
say-
only like 5 days left.
Every time he says it's my biggest ever, the next month gets even bigger.
No, December is only at like 30, so we're good. But anyways, everybody, so I do have another video I'm going to be working on tomorrow, and I don't know if I'm going to have it posted before or after Christmas. But regardless, if I don't see you by Christmas, I hope everybody's Christmas is amazing.
Yep.
I hope you guys are safe and have a good time and spend all the time in the world with your families. And yeah.
If you don't celebrate, have an amazing New Year. Like, happy Hanukkah Christmas. Whatever.
Happy everything you celebrate this time of year. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that like button right down below. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think of the pickups this month and anything new recent that you guys got. Share the video around. Subscribe if you have not. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for checking out my channel.